totally do want to see my 40-hour famine funds working.
The money that I've raised is going towards Malawi.
I'm flying out to Malawi tomorrow.
We're going over to see if our famine funds are working.
Yeah, I've had a couple people from my small town, you know, do you really think it works? Like, is it really worth it?
It's so, so vital that the physical need actually gets met. I want to go over there to see the change in the people.
It says in Isaiah 41, you know, the poor and the needy, they ask for water, they ask for food and stuff. And it says, but I, your God, will answer you. And sometimes I think that God works through people.
So we went to a village. It was this little boy called Mike, and he was 7 years old.
But his growth was stunted severely from malnutrition. Mike had received a goat and some seeds from our famine funds.
He showed us his 4 goats and named one after me.
He had this yard of plants and crops, and he was able to laugh and joke, and he was just a bundle of joy.
The best thing about Mike's family is that he has a newborn baby brother.
So beautiful.
And to look at his baby brother and realise that he's not going to be born into oppression, like that was our famine funds, that was the love from New Zealand, and that was also God's love.
We visited another community that our famine funds went to.
They gave us chickens, and they gave us a couple, 3 bowls of eggs. And Chief Onga was speaking, he says, we don't give this because it's a sacrifice, we give this because we have an abundance now.
He believes so fully in the 40-hour famine, and he told us all the programs that are in place, everything that's starting to come together. If we come back in 2 years' time, there will be no malnourished children in his community.
He also talked about how the people who do the famine, they don't do it because they have so much, but because we have the heart for it. Hunger is this silent, really silent thing. So when you turn up to a place, all of the kids are excited, they swarm around you. And hunger is that kid that doesn't.
They're not smiling, they're not laughing, or they're not crying, and it's just, there's blankness.
It's basically just robbing people of freedom.
That was injustice. If those are God's children, and if He loves justice, then those are my brothers and sisters, and I love justice too. After seeing that, like, I can't sit back and do nothing, because if Jesus was here, He wouldn't do nothing. Jesus would be there in an instant.
I've been changed by the power of one person and the power of people standing together.
Yeah, I believe in the 40-hour famine wholeheartedly.
It's totally starting to change lives in Malawi.
If it can happen for Malawi, it can happen for Bangladesh. There's no doubt about that.